Dear students, welcome to the English online class. We shall now begin with semester 2 portion. In this video, I shall explain the poem Four Little Foxes, which has been written by Lewis Sarrett. Here's an image of the poet Lewis Sarrett. A brief introduction of the poet. Lewis Sarrett was an American lecturer and teacher. He was very interested in nature and Native American literature and often based his work on these themes. So, Lewis Sarrett was an American lecturer and teacher. He was very fond of nature and therefore he wrote poems mostly related to nature. This poem, Four Little Foxes, is on page 110 of your English textbook. Now I shall give you a brief introduction of the poem. In this poem, the poet describes the plight of four fox cubs who have been orphaned as their mother has been killed by a hunter. So, in this poem, the poet is discussing the condition of four fox cubs who have lost their mother. The mother has been killed by a hunter, and so now they are orphaned. They are left all to themselves to fend for themselves, and so the poet is very concerned because they are newly born and they are very little, they are very small and they cannot take care of themselves. So he is very concerned about them, about their safety. He knows that it is going to be very difficult for them to survive and begs nature to show mercy on them. The poet feels that since the fox cubs are very small, it will be very difficult for them to take care of themselves, and therefore he requests nature to be merciful, to be gentle and not to cause any harm to the fox cubs. So let's begin with the explanation of the entire poem. Four Little Foxes, written by Lewis Sarrett. You may read along with me. Speak gently, spring, and make no sudden sound. For in my windy valley, yesterday I found newborn foxes squirming on the ground. Speak gently. So, in the first stanza, the poet is addressing the spring season, is talking to the spring season, is requesting the spring season to speak gently. Why is he asking the spring season to speak gently? Because the poet has found in his windy valley, he has found newborn foxes, which are newly born, and they are moving on the ground in discomfort. That means they are very scared. They are very scared, and therefore the poet is requesting the spring to be very gentle and not to make sudden sound, because that can frighten the little fox cubs. So let's read that again. Speak gently, spring, and make no sudden sound. For in my windy valley, yesterday I found newborn foxes squirming on the ground. Speak gently. Meaning, squirming means moving in discomfort. In the stanza, you can see there are rhyming words: sound, found, ground. Let's move to the next stanza. Walk softly, March, forbear the bitter blow. Her feet within a trap, her blood upon the snow. The four little foxes saw their mother go. Walk softly. Now, in this stanza, the poet is talking to the month of March. He's requesting the March month to walk softly because the four little foxes have lost their mother. The mother has got trapped. It has got caught in a trap, probably laid by the hunter. And so because of that, it has got injured, it has hurt, and it is hurt and all its blood has fallen upon the snow. And finally, the mother fox dies. So the 4 little fox are left to fend for themselves. So therefore, the poet is requesting the month of March to walk softly and to avoid causing the cold breeze. Forbear the bitter blow means avoid causing cold breeze. So it is requesting the month of March to avoid causing the cold breeze. Let's go to the next stanza. Here the meaning: forbear the bitter blow is avoid causing the cold breeze. Read along with me. Go lightly, spring, oh, give them no alarm. When I covered them with boughs to shelter them from harm, the thin blue foxes suckled at my arm. Go lightly. Now in this stanza, the poet is talking to the spring season. He is requesting the spring season to be gentle and not to make sudden noise, not to alarm the fox cubs because they are very small and they may get frightened. The poet covers the fox cubs with boughs. Boughs means large tree branches. Why does he cover them with large tree branches? He covers them with large tree branches with boughs to shelter them from harm. Shelter them from harm means to protect them. So, the fox cubs understand that the poet is trying to protect them and therefore they snuggle closer to him for protection. Let's read that again. Go lightly, spring, oh, give them no alarm. When I covered them with boughs to shelter them from harm, the thin blue foxes suckled at my arm. Go lightly. Now here is describing the fox cubs as thin because they have not eaten. They are too small to go and find food from themselves. So therefore they are thin. And blue because they are blue because of the cold. They are feeling very cold and therefore they are almost blue due to the severe cold, and therefore the poet covers them with boughs to shelter them from harm. Meaning, boughs means large tree branches. To shelter them from harm means to protect. Last stanza. Step softly, March, with your rampant hurricane, nuzzling one another and whimpering with pain. The new little foxes are shivering in the rain. Step softly. In this stanza, the poet is now talking to the month of March. He is requesting the month of March to step softly with the rampant hurricane. Rampant means spreading fast. Hurricane means storm. So he is requesting the month of March to be soft and gentle as the storms can frighten the little fox cubs. The little fox cubs are nuzzling to one another. That means they are trying to be closer to each other. Because of the cold, they are seeking warmth. So therefore they are coming close to one another for warmth. They are whimpering with pain and they are shivering in the rain. They are feeling cold. So therefore they are shivering and they are whimpering with pain. So therefore the poet is requesting the month of March to be very soft and gentle. Let's read that again. Step softly, March. Let's take the meaning. Rampant, spreading fast. Hurricane means storm. Whimpering with pain means crying in pain. Whimpering with pain is crying in pain. Shivering is trembling due to cold. Let's discuss the meanings. Squirming, moving in discomfort. Forbear the bitter blow means to avoid causing cold breeze. Boughs means large tree branches. To shelter them from harm means to protect. Rampant, spreading fast. Hurricane is a storm. Whimpering with pain is crying in pain. Shivering, trembling due to cold. Summary notes. Which two seasons is the poet talking to? The poet is talking to the spring season and the month of March. What has the poet found in the valley? The poet has found 4 newborn foxes in the valley. What happened to the mother of the 4 fox cubs? The mother of the 4 fox cubs was killed by a hunter. What is the poet requesting the nature? The poet is requesting the nature to be gentle and not cause harm to the 4 little orphaned fox cubs. What did the poet cover the fox cubs with and why? The poet covered the 4 fox cubs with boughs to protect them from harm. So children, in this video I have explained the poem 4 Little Foxes. I have discussed all the 4 stanzas. I've given the meanings, I've explained the meanings also, and also the notes for the entire poem. So please go through the video, learn the meanings and the question answers. You may write them in your notebook. So thank you for watching the video. Take care and God bless you all.